And so this is something that I look at, like all of our non-utility funds. Some of these are cumulative, some of them are like the general fund, motor vehicle highway. So I did one just because I was kind of curious what year to date has done versus our property taxes didn't come in until the first of the year for last year's. They should have came, normally they'll come in December, and it was a little disjointed, so it showed up. So it kind of threw my numbers off at the end of the year in 2025. So I was kind of wanting to see, and you can see, like, if you just look at the bottom corner, you can see that what we lost is already almost back. And then we get 2 more draws of property taxes this year.
Okay.
So overall, the simple thing, like I said, if you got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. But overall, doing well. So
green is good.
So yes,
has our rate increases helped?
So this is all non-utility. So if you go to this paper, this is water and wastewater. So same thing. I kind of went and did a year to date, March through March 31st.
You only gave us 1 page, dude.
Oh, sorry. I got to pass this out. Sorry. Brooke asked me if I'd been drinking earlier because of my text message is not making sense. So I was trying to voice text and it wasn't taking it like it was supposed to take it. So operating. So this goes, from 2015 to now.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, 2025 end on the water was 45,000, and then you see right now we've jumped all the way back up to 82,000, which is more than we were at the end of 2024 or 2023. So in general terms, and I attribute a lot of that. Some of that is the rate increase. Some of that is I think roughly $7,000 a month in interest that's going in there. So now, like I said, now we've got all these asphalt patches that have to be done on all the main breaks. I'm sure that will take somewhat of a hit, but overall it's doing well. Encouraged.
He's got it covered.
So you see there, I kind of keep track of cash reserves above the 2-month operating balance, or like 2 months of operating expenses, and you can see it was 0. I just said there was nothing left, and so now we've actually jumped up to 30,000, which is not much, but it's like I said, we're moving in the right direction.
We're not in the red.
So, like I said, other than what we've got going, we did do the well maintenance last Friday. Peerless Midwest did that. Everything came out good. Haven't got the final paperwork on it yet, but said all the wells were pumping like they should be. So if you go down to wastewater, you can see. I guess we'll go back to 20. We kind of went up and down there a little bit. So at the end, we knew we took a hit last year we did cleaning, televising, stuff like that. But we've jumped back up to, we've made up 18,000 since the first of the year. Our revenue, which we haven't touched the rates since 2018 on wastewater, our revenue has actually slightly, it's stable. It's at the very least stable. According to this, it's actually jumped up just about $1,000 a month.
No,
it's
got rid of
possible
the
that
leather
was
ones because they were peeling.
added trailers to the trailer park. It's possible.
So that's like roaches on our
Somewhat
floor.
to do with that. We had
Sarah
some new connections
and
in there. So, I guess we'll take it. But it's so that's good. That it's because you can see that the revenue is very consistent. And then, but the first 3 months of this year, for some reason, it was about $1,000 higher.
It's fine. It's all good.
Okay,
I do like these chairs.
Which is, hey, that's not a bad thing.
I kind of want
You
one
can see
for
the
my
expenses
office.
average for
I
the
don't
first
like
3
my
months
chair because it's
less.
starting to do the same thing. It's
Well,
like leather.
yeah,
It's
there are bulk of our
It's not that old.
expenses on
I
wastewater
bought it when
that
I
yet to
first
come this
started,
year, so
and that would have been not even
that's kind of not a great number to look at.
These are very comfy. All the adjustments.
Yeah.
So
That's the other
So,
problem.
yeah,
my back
good
hurts
shape.
because it doesn't sit you up
And then
correctly.
this is
And
probably
my
something
posture is
we'll have
not
to
great to
discuss.
begin with.
Since I didn't have an update typed, the only thing I wanted to go over was the hook lift thing. So I guess we can do that in the regular
Okay.
meeting. 'Cause I've got an appropriation report, a couple little, I don't know, suggestions on creative funding sources. I mean, you have the funding sources, but the general fund continues to sit on cash, and we'd have to call State Board of Accounts, but we don't budget anything in it typically, but there is a machinery and equipment line item in the general fund. But that would require an additional appropriation. But there's all kinds of
There's nothing
places.
in the fund?
No, we didn't budget anything in it this year.
Oh.
There's a line item there, we just didn't budget, and we typically don't budget anything, but we keep seeing the general fund has climbed, and cash balance.
Mhm.
There's other places to pull it from. MVH, for instance,
Should we start the meeting?
Yeah.
yeah, you probably should. start.
Yeah, I need to get that going.
Yeah.
here, so-
Thank you.
Okay, I guess we'll call the meeting to order. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. It's a nice night. I'm glad you brought us good weather. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. As both of you went over the minutes from last meeting, okay, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as stated.
I'll make a motion to accept the previous month's meeting minutes.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
There you go. Ed, you're the first one up on the hit parade here tonight.
Fantastic. So, last week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we went to Indianapolis and got all of our mandated training done for the year. Went today and did emergency vehicle operations down at Frankfurt to the airport. Got that complete. So all of our mandated training is done for the year. Just other little training here and there that we'll be attending throughout the year. But we had 34 calls for service. I was talking to you about the grant, to apply for the grant for stop arm violations, click it or ticket, and DUI. Bethany, I guess, need to ask you, since I'm salary, what happens is the town will pay, we have to have a policy in place for time and a half. The town pays time and a half to the employees to do this, and then they get reimbursed by the state.
Okay.
I don't know how that would work with me.
That's a good question. Let me think about it. I'll run some numbers too, because I would imagine. Ooh. I don't know. I'll think about it. Lots of thoughts going through my head. We'll talk.
And I guess if I can't do it, or you guys, are we in a position to pay the time and a half and get reimbursed by the state so the other guys can go out and do this stuff? Not saying that we'll even get it, but I'd like to apply for it.
I personally don't have a problem with it. I mean, obviously, like I said, if visibility is a big thing,
Yeah.
you see them out doing what they're supposed to be doing. And if we can get that extra money and get some extra patrol time and what have you, I think it'd be a good deal.
Yeah.
And there's probably going to be a way to work out where we could get you involved in that, I would think. Just have to find out exactly what the parameters are on it, and how it would work out.
Because it would just basically be, I mean, we just need to come up with like a rate for you so that the town would pay it and the state refunds it, correct?
That's why there has to be a policy in place for overtime.
Yeah. I mean, we know what we're paying him yearly.
Right,
So just divide that by, the number of hours he works yearly and figure, okay, this is your hourly rate, and
right.
take that times another half, and
The question for me is, I'm not sure where that policy is best placed at. Is that best placed in like the employee handbook? Is it an SOP? What is it? I'm not sure. Because the policy has to be with the town, correct? Like the employer has to be the one that has the policy.
I mean, we have a policy for Sean,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's in the handbook for overtime. We
Yeah.
just need to I think I got that on my computer. Let me see if I can read through that real quick.
So with Flock, I received an email. I think it was last week when I was gone. I responded to it today. Basically, it just said we're still waiting on permitting. Asked where I was at with the landowners, if we could put the cameras there. I've gotten one to say yes so far, which was out at New Holland. I still don't know how to get a hold of the lady that owns the one out at 600. So, talked to Oliver today. I just don't think that one will work on 39 because it would have to be so low below the bridge because of that slope. So, the new Tahoe is not ready yet. That's all I have.
I already put it was done in the minutes.
Did you?
I'm to redo it.
But it is getting outfitted, correct, this time?
Yeah, Steve donated a radio for the Tahoe, so it was nice of him. So
Okay.
he took it down yesterday before he left for Houston to go get his doctor's appointments. So
Okay, good deal. Good deal. Well, hopefully you have it for too long.
yes.
All right. Chad, you are now up unless you have more information there for us on that.
No, not yet. I've got it open. I just have to read it now. So I think we covered most of the water stuff. I guess it applies to everything, but Wednesday was when they were here to do the field work which is not done. I mean, they were here from 8 to 3:30, the engineers for the master utility study. So it was a long, I mean, we're in the truck driving all over the place. So plus they gave me this front and back paper to answer based on stuff I'd sent them or we had sent them. So they have all these questions I still need to answer. So it's progressing. And then I think you guys got an email about rescheduling the meeting.
Mhm.
50% mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well,
I can pull the dates.
yeah.
Please do.
Because I don't think I had an issue with any of those. So and then I just need to. I talked to Dave Siebert. He's good to be involved on that. So and then we were trying. Emily from Strand was asking me if we had somebody else. I couldn't remember if we did or not. I knew I was going to talk to Dave, but did we have anybody else that we were going to talk to?
Nope.
Okay.
Think.
It didn't sound like it was a huge deal. So, yep, that is moving forward. And then, I'm not skipping anything here. I did reach out to a couple people on the fence, which we're not in a big hurry on, but for the potential at the brush pile. But I haven't got any prices back yet. So the beauty of that is if you actually went with a fence, then you can wait till right before you actually develop to put that up. So I kind of moved that off the burner for the moment to push it. So Sean is he was going to Monticello to take we have to do back T samples for the boil advisor. So he's not here. He was going to present on, Jeff met with me, about the projects I said about like trying to future proof the lab office building. As long as I've been there, that it's a 1967 building. It's been brought up in several, and I knew it was probably going to get brought up again in the master utility study. And then we're putting the money into the computer system, which is still waiting on them to get started on that, but that you guys approved last month.
Mhm.
So we started looking at like trying, okay, well, what can we do to make this building last? Because you can't, it's the original building that has the tank attached to it as you drive by the wastewater plant, 1967 building. So we did implement, there's an entrance to the basement because you can't really tear the building down. There's pumps in the basement that deal with the sludge. So even if, it's been brought up, you could just build another building. Well, where are you going to build it? and we don't have a lot of space. So we started looking, and then the stairway that goes into the basement, we ended up putting a trap door over that, and that helps the office be more maneuverable. We were going to deal with the AC because the AC was failing, window air conditioners, and then we were also going to deal with the masonry work that would involve breaking up some old windows that don't really need to be there, and just putting some glass. Actually, Jeff's idea sounds like the best one. Was actually just, instead of putting a little window up high to get light in, was just using glass block to let some light in. So the masonry work, Sean was working on all that. He was going to present something tonight. We decided to put a stop on that for the moment and I found a used air conditioner to get us by this year because the masonry work and the mini splits, we were going to do the mini splits with our own labor, buy them ready to go. I want to say we were going to have, using our own labor, we're going to have 4,000 to 5,000 in the mini splits. It was basically a two-headed mini split, one outside unit, two heads, one for the lab, one for the office. We thought we were going to have about 5 in that. He's pretty much nailed the price down. The masonry work was anywhere, depending on who we talked to, was anywhere from 10 to 12,000. So we decided to stop because we can't put the mini splits in until the masonry work's done. So we just decided to stop because the trap door was, I think, about $4,000 or $5,000. We've got a pump to replace one of the sludge pumps downstairs that won't be here for another 6 months because the bearings are pretty much shot, and there's a mechanical seal that keeps bad things in the pump, and it's failing and starting to leak now. So, and it's a very old like probably 1980s design pump. So we're going to put a newer design pump in there. Plus, we approved this $20,000 for the. So I decided to. But he's actually done a floor plan where he can show you guys and some pictures to help you understand what. And because it'll probably take 3 to 4 years to get it done because it involves moving the bathroom and then basically future-proofing that building to where the lab is big enough. If EPA and IDM add more responsibilities to our lab, that building will be big enough for the next 30 years to continue forward.
And who's doing the plan?
Sean's working on the
Okay.
on the presentation. Like I said, the masonry was definitely no pun intended, a wall that he kind of hit. So I said, let's just stop. Let's see if this fall, when we get this computer system done, we get the pump in, then let's see where these finances are. Right now, they're in good shape, but let's see where they are later. But he wanted to go ahead and that way you guys can understand what he's wanting, or we are wanting, because the bathroom idea was actually mine, and it's not going to be super easy, but it's going to make that lab work a lot better. So yeah, he was going to present that, but he's not here. I've got another quarterly meeting on our crosswalk grant, which I don't expect much to be discussed. The engineering is supposed to be done in June, but it is progressing. I'm waiting on the prices. I did have him update the prices on the pickleball and the trail. I have not received those prices because I'll have to have that grant submitted before May 1st. I did receive one comment from somebody who came to the board meeting last year. They were very disappointed that we did not pursue the trail.
Oh.
So I figured I would pass that along. So they're not here tonight. I encourage them to come tonight. But yeah, there was somebody who was here at the meeting last year to fight for the trail. So I said, oh, you got to go to the meetings. So yeah, I'll continue to, because I think that grant's due on May 1st.
Not very far away.
Yeah, and then the community crossings, we're going to just keep moving on that. That doesn't come open until July. So that leaves us with the whole Hook Cliff discussion. So after going to the show, I've talked to 2 different manufacturers. I have one price. I'm waiting on the second price. So we've spent probably. I haven't got a bill from Rossville Truck Repair. There was an exhaust pipe and they serviced the transmission because we couldn't verify when the transmission had ever been serviced. So we had Bobby Hall go through the whole truck, check it out, brake chamber, like I said, the exhaust pipe, which he hadn't told me what the bill is. He just told me the exhaust pipe was $1,800. So I cringed at that a little bit, but it had to be fixed. So, lights, just getting the truck cleaned up, making sure the chassis is ready to go. So the only things left, to my knowledge, right now, is we're going to replace the drive tires, which I think the brush and compost can handle. So that's pretty simple. The hook hoist is $57,000. That's the one quote I have. So the other quote I'm waiting on. So if they're lower than that, great. If they're higher than that, then this is a little bit. Which I should have the final bids. I'm not asking for approval on anything tonight, but so I don't know. Do you guys all have an appropriation for tonight, or
No, I can get him one real quick if you want him to have one.
it's up to you guys? I can.
You can tell us. I mean, you
So
know.
the motor vehicle highway has a new equipment line item for $36,000. I didn't go into finances on the motor vehicle highway super finite. What I will tell you is the cash balance on the motor vehicle highway is a lot tighter than the general fund. So, like for instance, we're probably not. We're going to apply for community crossings, so we budgeted $100,000 for this year to go to community crossings. If we spend that and we spend $36,000 for new equipment from the motor vehicle highway, our cash balance might be a little low going into next year. And then my thought is you can use motor vehicle highway to match community crossings grants, which are 25% match. Can't really use the general fund. Or the other options are seed it, which has more than enough to cover it this year, which is the economic development income tax. We also have, this is why I wanted to talk about tonight, so you guys can digest it between now and next month.
If anybody wants an appropriation report,
Well,
To
yeah,
take
okay,
with
so I'll jump back to CEDAT. So CEDAT has,
Okay.
we budgeted $100,000, but it's taken us years to build, that. We usually receive about 30 every year in CEDAT. Now that, because the Senate Bill 1, will probably do, the money won't disappear that we already have, but the funding source of that CEDAT will probably disappear with Senate Bill 1. When? I mean, they keep changing the date on it. So, but there is more than enough money in CEDAT. We had originally committed to, if we were going to put money towards Kirkhoff and things like that, it might come from CEDAT. So I kind of didn't necessarily steer towards CEDAT just in case something's going to kick off on that. Cumulative capital development, which there's two cumulative capital developments, which is confusing. One of them's the cigarette tax. It doesn't bring in much money. I think there's only 11,000 in it right now total. You only receive about $2,000 a year in new revenue, so it's not something you can just spend a lot of money on. Little bills here and there. So you paid for the new share of the fire truck out of cumulative capital development, which is a separate property tax. There's still $29,000 left in that for this year. So there's multiple places to pull it. We won't be paving even on this application until next year. So it'll be kind of next year's budget, but then we'll be applying for a new grant next year, and so on and so forth. So I was like, well, what if, and we keep sitting on this cash balance in the general fund. I have not called Save Over Accounts, and then I haven't really talked to Brooke about it, so she's hearing it for the first time too. But there is a line item that we have not typically budgeted anything in that's general fund machinery and equipment. We could do, you'd have to advertise an additional appropriation, which we have plenty of time. Once you decide, it'll take 6 weeks to get the hook lift hoist, and probably every bit of that you order it. If I take them 6 weeks, so about 6 weeks for them to get it in, probably won't be done for another 2 weeks after that. So we have plenty of time because you won't even hopefully make a decision until next month on which hoist it is. But it's a big purchase, so but it was a thought. Well, could do an additional appropriation in the general fund to cover it because for instance, I thought about talking to you guys about the building maintenance, trying to cover maybe doing a next stage of paving the parking lot with the police station and the shop. And I thought that probably would be best left for next year because you'll be bidding a massive paving, hopefully bidding a massive paving project, so you could actually bid that with the community crossings work. It's just going to be funded from a different fund, so then you'd be getting hopefully a much better deal on that paving project. So that leaves, I don't really have a lot coming out of building maintenance, at least from my end. And there's, Yeah, so I mean, the general fund, I see a lot of things that probably won't get spent this year, and we're sitting on a pretty large cash balance. So it's food for thought for next month. If it's something that I can email you, if you guys are fine with it, we'll call State Board of Accounts and see if that's something that is allowed to be done. I mean, it's there.
Yep.
It's a line item that we just.
Is that the best course of action? I can call in tomorrow. I mean,
Yeah, just to see if it's legal.
doable.
Yeah, so
Okay.
otherwise, we've got seated, you've got Keno Cap Development, theoretically, we've got the 36 and the motor vehicle highway. It's just kind of a thought in my head. I'm like, well, as we move forward with this community crossings grant, it'd be nice to be throwing everything we got at something that's getting you 75% money back.
Yeah.
So if that means we pull new equipment purchases from somewhere else, so you can match more grants, theoretically, that's going to benefit you in the long term on preservation of the roads. Because that grant, I mean, we've said it, it's been around since 2016 now. Every year we keep saying it, it's going to go away at some point. I mean, it will dry up. I don't know when it's going to dry up. I'm actually amazed it's lasted this long. But the legislature did throw more money at it. I don't remember exact amount, how much more they threw at it, and then if I understood it correctly, our match actually could go from 25 to 20. Better. So.
Good deal.
So that's really all I had.
Okay, how do you have you
Questions for me?
anything with stop signs?
I need to meet with Tim Eller about the stop signs. He kind of suggested he wanted them put on the pole. And I think that's too far off the road for a stop sign.
Probably.
So I need to meet with him and see where exactly he wants them. So it's kind of slipped off my radar. So
Okay. And have you had any conference with Kirkhoffs at all? Nothing. Okay.
they brought apparently one day they brought the maps back they had borrowed, which is good because Strand wanted those same maps. So, but no, I have not heard anything.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
So,
Any questions here, either one of you guys?
there's a couple things. I think just from what you described, just my own opinion, we're looking at either seeded or appropriated from the general. Those sound like two better ones.
Yeah, Cuban Cap Development sometimes gets. I don't know what what you guys are doing with the core group. If there's more things coming,
Yeah.
a lot of times you've been pulling stuff with the fire department or police for that matter from CCD. So, which is that's like I said, it's confusing. One of the CCDs you see in the appropriation has like a $5,000 appropriation. That's the cigarette tax one. It just doesn't bring in much money.
Yeah.
And then you notice I kind of skipped over the riverboat because it really only brings in about 10,000 a year. So it's one of those. It's nice to pull little things out of it here and there, but
So like
ticket item.
forgettable rainy day.
Yeah, for big ticket items, I wouldn't.
So do we need to all start smoking so we can get some more
I don't know.
tax?
It's never been something that.
Never too old to start. Is that what they say?
No, not about that. Not about that.
Or never too old to quit, I think.
Yeah.
maybe.
Hey, no one said you have to smoke. You just have to buy the cigarettes.
Yeah, just leave them somewhere.
My only other thing is, maybe we can talk about the rescheduling the Okra planning meeting.
Oh yes, yeah. Do you have those dates or?
They shot us 3 April 21st at 1 p.m., which would be the same day we have our meeting. May 4th at 10 a.m.
I don't
or
have
May
that much.
6th at 10 a.m.
Okay, May 4th.
May 4th and May 6th at 10 a.m.
I'll be in Greece both those days. Woohoo!
No kidding.
Going to Greece?
I'm going to the wedding.
Oh, okay.
What a place to have a wedding.
So,
Okay. Hi. So April 21st, was it, we back to that?
April 21st would be at 1 p.m.
You know, I have Monday, April 20th at 10 a.m. What
Well,
is
that's
that?
the one.
Well,
That's
that's
the-
the original date.
That was
had
the
to
original
reschedule.
date that
Okay,
they
so
said they
we're-
can't do now. So
Okay, so how
21st.
is that?
Well,
So-
it's not mandatory that you have to be here. I mean, that's the thing. Obviously,
Right.
if you're going to be in Greece and
Oh, no,
works out-
not in April, I'm not, so,
Yeah, but as far as May, yeah.
okay, but
So
you
if
guys
that's, I
said
don't
you had
know
a
how that
conflict with
works.
the other one or the 20?
21st, which is just next Tuesday, right?
Was that the one you guys had a conflict with, or?
No, I had one with May 6th,
And I do too, so that one's out.
but I could do May 4th or April 21st.
April 21st at what time?
It says 1 p.m.
April 21st.
Mhm.
Going once, going twice.
You have that here?
That would probably be here.
Yeah. So,
Is that again a meeting with Strand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
so we're good on April?
Yes, sir.
Oh, see.
At again, what time was it?
1.
1. Beautiful day.
That's Melanie and Matt's 25th wedding anniversary.
Nice.
Here, I'll let them know that.
Okay.
Anything else? Nope.
Not for me.
Okay.
Bethany, do you have anything for us?
I do.
Any good news?
I have some good news.
Oh,
Good.
So, I had a conversation this morning with Jay Moore, who's in our office, who represents the Area Planning Commission, and he said that APC is going to take action against the guy that has all the trailers in his parking lot yard. So basically, he's taken the approach, and this is best case scenario for us as the town because they have a little bit more in terms of teeth. He's taken the approach of basically you're in violation of the Unified Development Ordinance because you're operating a business out of your residence that is not zoned for that. So he was asking me, will the town be opposed to me taking that stance basically? And I said, no, quite the opposite. We're pretty well in support of that. So he's giving him, pretty stringent timeline to remediate the issue. And then if he doesn't, then APC will again take more action and work on getting that cleaned up. Either he will clean up and comply or they will forcibly remove the trailers. So I figured that's good news for
That
us.
is good
Yes.
news. That's
So-
excellent news.
Yeah, accomplishes the goal without us having to, go through the tedious process of ticket enforce. So yeah, that's my update.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I just have allowance dockets to pass along. And then I just added this because I just thought of it. The burn house. It's going to need mowed soon. I mowed it I think 3 times last year.
Yeah.
But what can we do to get, whether the town does it and charges them, where do we stand on that? What can we do? Because it's a matter of
Yeah.
2 weeks before I start getting calls about
Yeah.
it.
And they're in the wind again, right?
Yeah, I can't get a hold of them on
Yeah.
text anymore
Okay.
or phone calls.
Well, we do.
We do, but nobody
Where's that going to go?
owns the house. Well, the owner's deceased, so
kind of sticky.
yeah, so it's tricky.
Yeah.
Put that in the sheriff's cell.
So,
Well, but if the taxes are continuing to get paid, then it's
can't do
not up. Yeah, then it won't go for tax sale.
So, like, what can I do? That's what I want to know. And if I can't do anything,
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
but if I can, I will.
I would think the town should be able to,
Besides mow it,
yeah,
what can I
hire.
do?
I think the town should be able to hire it mowed and clean up. We'll have to kind of we probably want to go through the lien process and all of that. The question that I have and need to research is if we went that route, kind of like we talked about doing for the house that you guys ended up having to clean up at one point.
My neighbor.
Yeah. We talked about potentially putting a lien on their house, and then they ended up paying it or something like that. I don't remember off the
They
top
moved
of my
back.
head.
It's
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
was the one you were communicating with the mortgage company on. Is that
Mhm.
okay? That's the one.
Double
All right.
back.
Okay. So what I don't know is we had evaluated going the lien process route, so the town could theoretically hire the mowing done, pay for it, and then we would put a lien on the property. Now, the problem that I have with that is it does leave the town expending some money. However, I mean, it's probably not horribly expensive to hire mowing done. And then what I don't know is would each of those be a lien or can we do
Oh.
one lien for kind of an accumulation of the costs? So I need to research that a little bit and see how to best structure.
We
But-
want to file paperwork every week that we mow.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want to. I don't remember if there's any fees associated with filing a
Oh,
lien or anything like that. Normally, I mean, if you're filing something with the recorder's office, then
There's
there's
a fee.
yeah, you probably don't want to pay $30 to file a $20 lien. That seems silly. So I will research that a little bit and come up with a good game plan ASAP, so that we maybe get in front of all the phone calls.
Yeah,
There is a buyer for the house if they would sell it.
yeah.
Oh,
But it doesn't. We can't get a hold of them. So,
Yeah,
and I've already told them that.
oh yeah, we did talk.
Do you want me to reach out to them? If you have contact information, I'll
I mean,
reach out to 'em.
I don't think it's their number anymore, but I'll share it with you. I don't think I have your number though, Bethany.
Probably don't. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I just when I call you.
Also, Ed, have you had
Call
anything,
your
any more
office.
talk with Amsler? Because you said they're supposed to sell it. The tree house, I call it.
Yeah, he said he's got a few more things to clean up outside or inside. I'm sorry. They were going to get that done, and then they were just going to sell it as is.
Because there's a buyer for that one too.
Yes.
That'd be great
Yeah.
for the town.
Yeah, if we get both of them, if we can get the trailers going and those two properties taken care of, that'd be great. Brooke, you have anything else?
That's it.
Cool. Anybody else have anything they want to bring up?
Found something on the overtime thing.
Oh, okay. What'd you find?
If he's got something, I can bring this
Oh.
up.
Yeah, I've been trying to decide whether or not a new trail through the walking trail or pickleball.
Uh-huh.
So I started talking to some friends that actually play pickleball. They say, do you realize how noisy that is? And I guess some cities actually have outlawed having these pickleball courts.
That's a wiffle ball.
I play pickleball. It's not that loud.
Well,
I mean, yeah,
We
because
could
you
put
get
time limits on it.
these
it's a little
That's
ball.
different.
people aren't going to lie to me because school teachers and doctors and I'm just
I don't say anyone's lying. I'm just saying I play pickleball. I don't care.
but
I go play with people in
I-
Lafayette, so I probably won't. They won't drive to Rossville to play, so it's not like I want these courts for my benefit.
we're also
But it's not-
already got baseball diamonds
Yeah.
up there.
It's not gonna be louder than
Noise
that.
from that the whole time.
Yeah.
They get the noise from the backboards of the basketball hoops, and I've heard about that one from people.
Yes,
Can I say some people complain about everything?
Yeah, I've heard about the backboards. Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever. Kids need to get out there and play.
I
Yeah.
hope the sound of the kids out there playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people just need to get a life.
Yeah.
That was on.
Yeah, I'm
on
sharing.
I gotta say that too,
Two of these with you.
because I got what you called me in, said there was
Actually,
noise coming out of my garage.
Right.
Out your garage.
Radio.
Yeah, wait a minute. So I got them on camera, 1:30 in the morning,
it is.
a.m. Sitting out front of my house.
What?
Who's
Who?
that?
Some kid on a bicycle
Somebody, yeah,
saying I could
get
hear
on
it
my-
here. And I could hear his dad say, yeah, I know that's where it's coming from. So
Interesting.
I don't know how much research you did on that, but
I just responded to a call that I got. A phone call.
I'm confused. There's noise coming out of your garage,
Yes, we have radio.
there was a radio on in there. It keeps the animals away.
and somebody was outside your
Outside
driveway
in
and
the
said
front of
there's
the house.
noise. Okay. Well, if it wasn't blaring out your neighbors, I don't see why anybody else
Nobody else
would be
complains.
concerned about it.
Huh.
Well, you're blaring it?
Not really, but we had a problem with a mother raccoon and a baby raccoon in our
But,
pole.
but wait a minute. That was in the pole building. Yeah. They're in the house.
but then you went out there and the raccoons were going like this.
Like, I like it.
It's like, oh,
Yep,
that
no,
didn't
the
work.
DNR told us to put a radio in the pole building and turn it
Mm.
up. It would get the critters to go elsewhere.
Oh,
You know, out of the garage.
well, you had on good advice. That's what you should do.
Raccoon roll.
Hey, real quick, that I was talking to you about the ordinance company. So I made contact with them. They don't rewrite ordinances or anything. They just take the ordinances and put them into a system. That way we can track it. So we don't need that.
Yeah.
Our system tracks it. All I have to do is when I write a warning or something, I put it in our system. All I got to do is click the address and it tells me what I need to know. So we don't, nothing that we need from them.
Okay.
So
Should we meet with the people who have been doing it for us, the American Legal Publishing, and see what they can do for us? Or have we met with them? I can't
We have
remember.
not met with them. I've never met them, but I
Yeah.
know of them.
I guess we probably should. Probably be a good idea to meet with them and see what they could do.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
Bethany's going, yeah, please do.
I'm thinking it's probably gonna save the town some money, and frankly, it'll probably get done a little faster than this girl.
Get a few other things to do.
Tax season's been rough. We're
Yeah.
we're treading water. We're treading water.
Tomorrow's last day, right?
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right, we got anything else?
Are we actually talking about, I'm still a little bit on the ordinance, because we had a little conversation on our last meeting about kind of narrowing down, maybe looking at 2 or 3 ordinances this year to kind of work on. Is that falling in the same category we're talking with these folks, or is this?
I was kind of thinking the way I am understanding based on all the previous conversations, we were kind of talking about maybe if there's an option to have one company kind of review everything for a relatively reasonable price and go through and say, hey, we really think these things need updated. They could sort of update what I'm going to call like the form ordinances. Get you, a good green space ordinance that, gives some flexibility. And then the town can tailor in things that are a little bit more
Okay.
unique to our situation, and that would more so then fall to me. So if we could have someone that could really help go through and update the form ordinances that wouldn't cost an arm and a leg, that would probably be a prudent move to at least start evaluating. Where I feel like I actually bring some value and I'm going to be worth the time that it would take is working to really tailor those ordinances that are very niche for the town. Like the golf court ordinance is, I think, a really good one. Golf carts aren't prevalent everywhere, so our ordinance is very much crafted to like the town, the needs of the town, the timelines, that kind of stuff.
I'm just thinking too, the green space and the customer waterline definition. That
Yeah.
kind of keeps coming up.
Yeah.
So,
Those I think would be something that I would caution against you guys outsourcing. I think that's a little bit better. We have a better opportunity to get those really well crafted for our goals and our needs. I wouldn't go with a form ordinance on that, but maybe some of the others. And then the question becomes, okay, yeah, we could certainly look at doing that. You guys probably just need to be conscious of what's a reasonable expenditure for that versus what value are we going to get, or do we just go the route of drafting the ordinances that really matter to us and updating those and really customizing those? It's a trade-off. I don't know that there's a right answer or a wrong answer.
I know we just talked about maybe just hitting a couple of them this year, then targeting a few others next year, and kind of like a 3, 4, 5 year plan, updating the entire thing. So, okay.
Absolutely.
Anything else? Nothing?
Yeah, so it says, I'll spare you the definition of exempt versus non-exempt, but it's in there on page 11. The interesting thing is it says, let's skip over it. It says the employee's status, exempt or non-exempt. Yeah, any employee's exempt or non-exempt classification may be changed only upon written notification by the town council.
I don't think it would change his exempt status.
That's why, well, before you got here, I said something about, well, could you do a resolution for just that particular duty?
I would think so. And I think, I think back to my time at Indiana Packers, there were, so all of the supervisors were technically FLSA exempt employees per classification, but they were entitled to receive overtime. So their receipt of overtime did not change their classification. So I don't think we fall.
Ours does define it. Well, that's where I guess you need to read the definition. So because exempt employees are excluded from specific provisions of the federal and state wage and hour laws. Exempt employees are paid on a salary basis. It does not vary from week to week based upon quality or does not vary from week to week based upon the quality or quantity of work performed. In other words, exempt employees are paid, quotes, to get the job done. Thus, an exempt employee's pay will not be reduced in any fashion for partial day absences except when permitted by law, such as unpaid intermittent FMLA leave. Any deductions from the exempt employee's salary be in compliance with acceptable parameters for such deductions.
But I still don't think that definition to me does not mean that we couldn't pay them overtime. That's sort of is the standard Fair Labor definition of exempt versus non-exempt. I don't know. I actually think that maybe I'll look
Right.
in.
It doesn't say in that whole paragraph specifically about overtime. Though.
Yeah. I don't think we would be. You're probably right. I would imagine we could do either one, a minor amendment to the handbook, or two, a resolution basically authorizing sort of a special circumstance.
And then reimburse like once a month.
We'll look into it and confirm,
Okay.
but I don't anticipate it being a huge problem. Is I guess what I'm getting at.
So you think, okay, so it looks like we,
Put in
if you
for
heard that or not,
yeah.
we shouldn't think it'd be a problem, so.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
The
Anything
only
else?
The only problem is doing all the paperwork.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. On all ends.
If nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ta-da, we're done.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
That might have been record time.
40 minutes.
Let's keep it up, folks. Good job.
Hey, these things that were in my spot, do I need to be